Alright, let's see, I'm gonna get this started right about now. I know I don't have very many viewers, but that's fine. It'll be uploaded to YouTube later. I try to do live blogs so, you know, I can have a actual blog that's unedited, uncensored, and, all that stuff. Puts me kind of on spot. So, but, yeah, I'll go ahead and get things going here. Alright. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Overkill. I'm the MLG coach of MLG Pro Reach team, Halo Reach team for Triggers Down. We just placed sixth at the MLG Orlando event that happened this last weekend, and pretty much what I'm going to go through in this vlog is tell you the before, after, and during thoughts and all that stuff during, the whole event. Um, First, I'd like to go off and say that, before the event, it's no secret to anybody that Triggers Down did not practice for this tournament whatsoever. Maybe, 4 or 5 games together, scrim-wise. And, they didn't even really go that well because we had Arcanum lagging out every day, and then it was just terrible. There felt like no need to practice, so that's just one of the reasons we didn't practice that much. And the other reason is because everybody just wouldn't get on at all. Like, I mean, I could say, we didn't practice together as a team, but I feel like, everybody practiced their own individual way to get ready for the tournament. Like, Goofy was on every day, Mason was on, or Neighbor was on every other day or so, and he whenever he could get on, he could get on. Best Man, same thing, and Jacob tried, or Arcanum tried to get on. It was the practice thing was not really too good, and I was actually contemplating on not coaching this team since they weren't putting in the time and effort. Like, I felt like it was going to be a complete disaster. And I had talked to Arcanum several times about this, and he was just like, "Don't worry about it, dude. We'll go in and hope we click," and which we did. That's what ended up happening. Um, so you know, I was just really scared. I didn't know what to expect. Had no expectations going into this tournament. Um, After when we got there, um, when we got there, everybody got in safe and sound from traveling and all that stuff. Excuse me. Um, Everybody got there all safe and sound and all that stuff, and we were just like, we talked about every match before, the day before. We knew what game types we were going to play, who we were going to be facing, and all that stuff in our pool play and all. And pretty much the way it went was, on day one, I sat down with the team and I was like, y'all need to, think about what you're going to do during these game types, as a team and all that stuff. We knew we were going up against status quo first. Uh, Champions of Dallas had pretty good placings all year. Uh, we were placing them first, and like us not practicing, there was no secret to the community as a whole that status quo doesn't perform good early on Friday. So we were going to take really good advantage of that, and we ended up beating them 3-1 on Friday. They were our first match, and then the next one that we had, the next pool play match we had to play was Pure, and we didn't want to overlook them. I mean, granted that most of the community I think does because they're a brand new pro team, but they earned that pro spot for a reason, and we weren't gonna, take them for granted for anything. Uh, we ended up losing the first game to them, which was capture the flag on Zealot, and then after that, we just completely destroyed them. 3 games. We even won a king game. I know that a couple of teammates have said throughout, the post event that we haven't won a King game, but they forget that we won King Nexus against Pure Friday. Excuse me. Uh, then on after a good night's rest and being up 2-0 in our pool, we went into Saturday uh, thinking that we were going to play the AM team first, but when we got down to the venue, we found out that we were playing Revolution first. We don't know why MLG decided to change it up all on us at, you know, all of a sudden. So what we did was changed the, just got ready to face the pro team first. And we knew if we won that match, we would definitely win our pool. And we ended up losing game one, Oasis, King of the Hill, by a pretty large margin. And it was like 250 to like 100 or something like that. And no, it wasn't on Oasis, it was on Nexus. And then we went into, and then we 3-0'd them after that. It was pretty sweet winning our pool at the time, and we hadn't even finished pool play yet. We knew we were guaranteed to win our pool. We secured the top spot after that point. Then after we played Revolution, we were playing the AM team, and like we didn't even have to show up to that match if we wanted to. Like we could have won our pool, but we were gonna go for the 4-0 in pool play, and good group of players. They put up a hell of a fight. Um, World Class is their name, and granted it was a 3-0, but they almost took game two on Pit TS against us. Then after winning pool play, we decided, we knew we had to play the winner of Pool C uh, later on in the night, which at the time, we had really no time to prepare of who it was going to be. It was either going to be um, Infamous, Turning Point, or Warriors. So they had the Pool C had their whole tiebreaker thing going on, and we watched it and we saw that we were going to be playing Infamous. Uh, Infamous, just won the Raleigh event, so I knew if we could beat these guys, we could probably win the tournament. Um, After getting, we kept game one and two pretty close, I think, and then of course game three, Oasis King, we definitely knew wasn't our game type, and we just weren't working together or anything. We got completely slaughtered by Infamous. Um, we still put up a good fight, almost made a comeback in game two, which was, the crowd was going crazy and all this other stuff. I think that the fans wanted to see TD win over Infamous any day. So, the support and everything that everybody was showing throughout that whole match was very good. And I feel like, the community as a whole will be, has our back as Triggers down. So, on that night anyway. So after Saturday's match, we all went to bed and got a good night's sleep. Talked about the game types that we were gonna play, how we were gonna prepare, and we did not know who we were gonna be facing Sunday morning for our top four match, but ended up coming up to Warriors playing us in that night or that morning, and this was probably the most exciting series that I've ever, uh, had taken part in or slash watched, because it was definitely a really close series. I mean, they got up on a 2-0 on us. One game was Team King Oasis, so we already, went into the match know that we were going to be a game down, but luckily that was our first game. I don't remember exactly what the second game score was, but I know that our next two game types were CTF Countdown and CTF Zealot, and then Pit CT or Team Slayer. So I know those were our game types. We could easily make a 3-0 comeback after being two down. We won Countdown Flag 5-2, and then on Zealot Flag we won 5-0. So we definitely had a lot of momentum swung in our direction. We just needed to win our next game type. And they Warriors had gotten in game five, they gotten a really big lead on us, and we brought it all the way back 46-46. Then we got a 2-point lead with like 15 seconds left, and um, we just played it the right way that we thought was going to be played, and we decided that we had to play it dumb and like hide. That's probably not the way that most players would really end, but you know that was felt like the smart thing to do at the time. And then two guys got killed and they tied the game. We ended up going to a game six tiebreaker, and we had a lead by like five with 38 seconds left, and we somehow lost by two. I I wish the VOD was up right now so I could watch it. And like we had talked about from that point on, me and the team, we were trying to figure out what we did wrong, you know, and all that stuff. But when the VOD comes out, we'll definitely know for sure. So, it was a definitely a bittersweet tournament to say the least. We did really, we had no expectations going into the tournament. We placed sixth with little to no practice at all as a team. Um, it was fun. It was a great event. To say also, it was a lot of fun overall, and that's as far as like gameplay wise, that's what Orlando was. Um, there is a couple things I might want to touch up on, like as far as me myself. I got to talk to a guy named Bice, and we haven't talked since like Columbus 10, and we were able to be grown ass men and put our differences aside from each other, and he's actually now became a fan of Triggers Down. So shout out to you, Gambit. You're my boy. Um, let's see who else. I've also met like so many people this tournament that walked up to me and said hi and everything. It was definitely like a very social, like very good tournament as far as making friends and all that stuff. Alkaline Girl, love you. So you know, it was I also got to tie some bonds with Ice Vein. We've had a couple of differences before, and you know, like just work things out as far as I've made a lot of enemies, but I feel like I've upset a couple of people, but we at the end of the day we can all put our differences aside and just enjoy good company. So excuse me. So yeah, that's me and Ice Vein are now talking again. Let's see who else. Robski and crew, they're I want to thank them also for taking care of my buddy Awkward. Gave him a place to stay for the weekend. Um, let's see what else. Other than that, I like to give a shout out to Triggers Down sponsors, Renegade Gaming Community, which is better known for RGC. It's a great gaming community. You guys should definitely go check it out whenever you get the time. RenegadeGaming.com. And our biggest sponsor, I want to give a shout out to, and I think that you should all go check this out. I'm going to make another video telling about a contest that Gamma Labs, right there, is going to be running here, and just it's going on right now. All you have to do is go to their website, sign up. I'm going to be doing a video telling about the contest and whatnot when uh, after this vlog. So I want to thank everybody for a great weekend and all that stuff. So um, yeah, thanks guys for coming out. I'll post this up to YouTube. You can check it out. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Overkill, VLoGv3rKiL1. And thanks guys. Thanks for all your support throughout the weekend, and we hope to go into Providence, Rhode Island with and come out a national champion. Thanks guys.